Good afternoon. If you're able, please stand, and gentlemen, remove your caps. Everyone, please join us in singing the national anthem. We welcome Jim Taylor, our facilities manager, who keeps everything running smoothly behind the scenes every day on our campuses. Today, he's stepping into the spotlight to share another one of his talents as he sings the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you. Thank you, Jim. Please be seated. So good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Kent State University at Geauga and Twinsburg Academic Center's Spring 2026 Commencement Ceremony. I will begin by introducing members of the platform party. Academic Vice Dean Tiffany Kiphart, Dr. Marlia Miano, Chief Medical Officer of University Hospital's Geauga Medical Center. Professor Amy Lepard, Program Director of the Associate of Applied Science and Nursing Degree Program. Professor Carrie Myers, Senior Lecturer, Bachelor of Science and Nursing Degree Program. Professor Katie Sangla-Dolce, Program Director and Lecturer, Medical Assisting Certificate Program. And Dr. Casey Ray, Associate Professor and Faculty Council Chair. So my name is Angela Spalsbury, and I serve as the Dean and Chief Administrative Officer for Kent State University at Geauga and Twinsburg Academic Center. And it's truly a joy to be with you all here today. First and foremost, congratulations to the class of 2026. Yeah. Today is the culmination of years of hard work, sacrifice, determination, and perseverance. And I couldn't be prouder of each and every one of you. Many of you have balanced full-time jobs while pursuing your education. Some of you manage family responsibilities, caregiving, military service, or other commitments along the way. There were likely moments when the finish line felt very far away, but you stayed committed to your goals, and today you're here because of that dedication. You made it. Your success brings tremendous pride and joy to all of us, to our faculty and staff, to your families and friends, and to the entire Kent State community. We're honored to celebrate this milestone with you today. So I want to recognize the families of these bright and ambitious men and women. Behind every one of these outstanding students is a foundation of encouragement, sacrifice, and unconditional support. You've helped shape not only their academic success, but their character and drive to achieve. If you are a parent, grandparent, spouse, child, or significant other of one of our graduates, please stand so that we can recognize the support you've given to them. Come on, stand up. I would also like to ask any veterans in our graduating class or audience to please stand so we can thank you for your service to our country. And finally, I would like to recognize our Geauga campus and Twinsburg Academic Center Advisory Board members. Your guidance, advocacy, and support help strengthen our connection to the community and create opportunities for our students to succeed. Advisory Board members, please stand so that we may recognize you and thank you as well. Now I would like to present our Early Career Achievement Award and Distinguished Alumni Award. Our Early Career Achievement Award honors a recent graduate by recognizing outstanding achievement in his or her chosen field, as well as dedication to our campus. This award spotlights future leaders among Kent State alumni who have shown continued commitment to the community and the university. It is my pleasure to announce that Kelly Crea has been chosen to receive our 2026 Early Career Achievement Award. Kelly graduated in December 2020 with a degree in middle childhood education. During her time as a student, she balanced the demands of college coursework while also raising a family, all with remarkable grace, flexibility, and determination. Her professor, Dr. Robin Miss, recalls Kelly as someone whose positivity and passion for teaching were evident from the very beginning. Dr. Miss shared, "There was no doubt in my mind that she would become a phenomenal teacher who always puts her students first. I was always delighted to receive messages from Kelly about books she was reading or her passion for middle-level literature. That kind of enthusiasm is the mark of someone truly meant to teach." Like many students in 2020, Kelly's final semesters were dramatically impacted by the COVID-19 pandemic. She adapted quickly as classes moved online. She completed her student teaching experience in a combination of both virtual and traditional classrooms, which was a huge challenge. What could have been an obstacle instead became an opportunity for Kelly to demonstrate her creativity and commitment to her students. Today, Kelly serves as a fourth grade teacher at Cardinal Elementary School, where she continues to make a lasting impact on the lives of her students. Her colleague and fellow Geauga alumna, Sarah Mast, shared that Kelly's intention and heart for her students is unmistakable. She goes out of her way to support them, and even years later, she continues checking in on former students to help them succeed. Kelly exemplifies the very best of the teaching profession: compassion, dedication, and service to others. Her students are fortunate to have her, and we are proud to call her one of our alumni. Please join me in congratulating Kelly Crea, recipient of the 2026 Early Career Achievement Award. So, unfortunately, fortunate for her students, unfortunate for us, Kelly is teaching today, so she's unable to join us, but accepting the award on her behalf is her program coordinator, Dr. Robin Miss. Robin, do you want to come up? Next, we will recognize the recipient of the Distinguished Alumni Award. This award honors exceptional alumni who have made significant contributions in their profession while also demonstrating extraordinary service and commitment to our campus and community. It is my pleasure to announce that Rhonda McCaskey has been chosen to receive our 2026 Distinguished Alumni Award. Rhonda came to Kent State Geauga after a mid-career switch from real estate to nursing when she decided to pursue her Bachelor of Science in Nursing alongside her daughter, Caitlin, proving that it is never too late to follow a new calling. Today, Rhonda serves as a registered nurse in the neonatal intensive care unit at University Hospital's Rainbow Babies and Children's Hospital, where she has built a reputation for extraordinary compassion, professionalism, and dedication to patient care. Her supervisor, Stacy Kogan, shared that Rhonda consistently exemplifies the qualities of a compassionate, family-centered, and highly dedicated nurse, providing exceptional care to both patients and their families. In addition to her work caring for some of the hospital's most vulnerable patients, Rhonda also contributes as a member of the NICU Time Council and helps manage the complex scheduling needs of a 155 nurse team. In recognition of her outstanding commitment and impact, she was honored in 2022 as the 4Moms NICU Nurse of the Year. Rhonda herself says, "My ultimate career goal is where I am now. I do not want to lose the feeling of truly knowing my patients. I love what I am doing. I have my dream job, thanks to the support of my husband and family. I'm able to pour so much love and care into the babies and their families." Beyond her professional accomplishments, Rhonda is deeply committed to serving the Geauga community. She's an active volunteer and leader with numerous organizations, including the Geauga County Fair, 4-H, Leadership Geauga, and the Chardon Rotary Club. Her dedication to service, both professionally and personally, reflects the very best of what it means to be a Kent State alumna. So we're incredibly proud to recognize Rhonda as the recipient of the 2026 Distinguished Alumni Award. Unfortunately, Rhonda is traveling this week, unable to be with us today, but accepting the award on her behalf is her daughter and fellow Kent State Geauga alumna, Caitlin Horvath. Caitlin, please join me on stage. It is now my pleasure to welcome our commencement student speaker, Shania Woodruff, who is graduating this afternoon with an Associate of Applied Science in Nursing. While pursuing her degree, Shania continued serving on the front lines of patient care, bringing 4 years of experience as a licensed practical nurse to every step of her growth. A member of the Alpha Delta Nu Nursing Honor Society, Shania has demonstrated both academic excellence and a deep commitment to the nursing profession. Shania is preparing to begin the next chapter of her career in the trauma surgical ICU at University Hospitals, where she will care for some of the most critically ill patients. She also plans to continue her academic journey as she pursues her Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Please join me in welcoming our student speaker, Shania Woodruff.
Good afternoon, family, friends, faculty, and above all, my fellow 2026 graduates. First off, I would like to thank Jehovah God, our faculty, our families, and our support systems that have gotten us here to this moment. Especially, I want to take a moment to thank my father, the one who taught me what hard work looks like, the one who taught me what it means to be a Woodruff and what it means to never quit. Your example has built the foundation of the woman standing here today, Dad. Next, I want to begin by saying how incredibly proud I am of each and every single one of us sitting here today. When I started thinking about how I write this speech, I had a lot of questions running through my mind. What could I say? What story could I tell? What message would truly capture what this class has been through? But the more I thought about it, the more one word just kept coming back to me. That word is perseverance. But what does perseverance really mean? Perseverance means persistence in doing something despite difficulty or delay in achieving success. In other words, it's a decision to keep going, even when things get hard. And when I look at our class, perseverance is exactly what I see. For some of my classmates, I know some of your stories, and I can't help but to think of your perseverance and your strength. Some of you have stayed awake for more than 24 hours straight, working the night before, then going to class the next morning, and still finding the strength to pass that exam. Some of you are here today because you refuse to give up after life has knocked you down. For some, this was not their first time in college, but instead of quitting, you got back up, you dusted off your knees, and you kept running towards the race to your degree. Others came heartbreakingly close to this moment before, just a few points away from walking across the stage. But even when that moment was delayed, you did not let it define you. You came back stronger, determined to finish what you started. That is perseverance. And interestingly enough, the quality that represents this class so well is the exact same quality that's needed for an animal to succeed. Which animal? Well, an eagle. But not just any eagle, the Golden Flash, our mascot. It's funny when you think about it, for years we've worn the colors and proudly called ourselves Golden Flashes. But now what I've come to realize is that being a Golden Flash is more than just a mascot or a name. It's a mindset. How? Because for an eagle to survive and thrive, perseverance is essential. Eagles live in harsh and unpredictable environments. They face storms, strong winds, and constant challenges. But instead of running away from the storm, do you know what the eagle does? It's really remarkable. It uses the storm to rise above it. And honestly, doesn't that sound a lot like college? College has been harsh at times, definitely unpredictable. We've dealt with schedule changes, assignments piling up, exams that made us question everything we studied, and work schedules that we had to rearrange just to make it to class. There were moments where the pressure definitely felt overwhelming, but just like eagles, we learned to rise. Did you know that eagles go through a process called molting? Essentially, it's a slow and painful process where they have to shed off the old feathers so the stronger ones can grow. It's uncomfortable, it takes time, but it's necessary for them to renew their strength. Now, bear with me, because I'm not going to turn this into a science lecture. But in many ways, hasn't college been our molting process? Throughout this journey, we've shed old fears, old doubts, and even old versions of ourselves. We've grown stronger and wiser and more resilient. There were nights where we wondered if we could pass the class, nights where we wondered if we could make it to this day, nights where we asked ourselves if all the stress and the tears and the sacrifices were really worth it. But today, we have our answer. It was absolutely worth it. There can be no great victories in life without tremendous adversity. Every late night studying, every morning class, every moment where we pushed ourselves just a little bit further than we thought we could go. And if we're being honest, some of those moments were interesting. I think many of us have mastered the art of submitting assignments at 11:59 p.m. at the dot, even when the deadline was midnight. Somehow we became experts at doing about 3 weeks worth of homework in about 3 hours. But somehow we made it. And the truth is, without even realizing it, we've embodied our mascot this entire time. Because here's the thing about an eagle. No one can force it to hunt. No one can force it to soar, to endure the storm, to protect its own, or even to molt and grow into something extraordinary. That kind of effort comes from within. And all of your hard work has paid off. That was you. That was discipline, that was consistency, that was effort. That's what got you this degree, that is what got you the job, or will get you the job, and that is what will help you build in your future. Through life, through our struggles, through our college experiences, we have become Golden Flashes, resilient, determined, and persistent. There's a quote that says, "An eagle is not afraid of adversity. In fact, it welcomes it because adversity reveals its strength." Perseverance is not only what just got us here tonight, but it is what will carry us forward. Because life after graduation will bring its own storms, new challenges, and unexpected detours. Moments where the path ahead may not always be clear. But if college has taught us anything, it's that we already know how to face those storms. We are the class that kept going when things got hard, the class that showed up when we were tired, the class that refused to quit, as our dean put it, even when the finish line felt so far away. We are the class of perseverance. And just like eagles, when the winds of life begin to blow, we will not shrink back. In fact, we will rise. So tonight, celebrate this moment. Celebrate your hard work. Celebrate your perseverance. Celebrate the fact that you did something difficult, and not only did you finish, but you succeeded in doing so. Class of 2026, the sky is not the limit, because for those who have learned how to rise above the storms, the sky is just the beginning. So whatever you do next, don't wait to be pushed. Don't wait to be forced. Don't wait until it's easy. Move with purpose, work with discipline, give it 110% every single day. Show up for yourself every single time, because at the end of the day, no one can make an eagle fly, and no one can stop one that decides to. Congratulations, class of 2026. The world is waiting. Now, rise to the occasion.
Thank you, Shania. It is now my honor to introduce our commencement speaker, Dr. Marleo Miano. Dr. Miano was born and raised in Northeast Ohio and began her healthcare journey at the Auburn Career Center, where she completed paramedic school. She earned her undergraduate degree from John Carroll University and completed nursing school at the Francis Payne Bolton School of Nursing at Case Western Reserve University. Before becoming a physician, Dr. Miano worked as a nurse at Lake West Medical Center. She then attended medical school at Wright State University, where she also completed her residency in emergency medicine. After practicing in Dayton for 5 years, she returned home to Northeast Ohio in 2019 and joined the University Hospital's health system. Dr. Miano first served as medical director of the emergency department at UH Cleveland Medical Center. Today, she serves as Chief Medical Officer of UH Geauga Medical Center. Her career reflects extraordinary dedication to patient care, leadership, and service to our region. Please join me in warmly welcoming Dr. Marleo Miano as our commencement speaker.
I have socks older than you. I have socks older than you. Once upon a time, there was a 22-year-old new grad nurse just off orientation, walking into one of her first shifts in the cardiac step-down unit. Her new patient of the night, fresh out of the ICU, still with wires in his heart and tubes in his chest, watched as she walked through the door, introduced herself, and explained that she would be taking care of him for the next 12 hours. She was young, she looked young, and before she could say another word, he looked her up and down and said, lightly but factually, "I have socks older than you." The room was quiet. She laughed gently. She didn't have a great comeback, but she understood exactly what he meant. He wasn't being cruel. He was asking the only question that really mattered to him at that moment. Do you know what you're doing? Can I trust you with my life? She didn't try to charm or convince him. She just did what she had been trained to do, thoroughly, carefully, attentively. And by the time the sun came up, something had shifted. He was comfortable with her. No grand gesture, no defining moment, just quiet, earned trust. You can probably guess that 22-year-old new grad nurse was me. Dean Spalsbury, faculty, advisory board members, proud families, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2026, good afternoon. I share that story because that moment, the moment that someone looks at you and quietly wonders whether you know what you're doing, is coming for every single person in this room. It doesn't matter whether you're walking into a hospital, a classroom, a courtroom, a boardroom, or a precinct. Someone is going to size you up. Someone is going to wonder, quietly or out loud, if you're ready. Today, I am here to tell you, you are. I want to tell you something about myself because I think it matters for what I'm about to say. I started college convinced I was going to get a PhD in neurobiology. I was going to do research, study the brain, maybe work in psychology. That was the plan. Then I joined my collegiate EMS program and got my EMT certification. Then my paramedic certification. Then I went to nursing school and worked as a nurse. Then I went to medical school. And today, I'm an emergency medicine physician and the chief medical officer at Geauga Medical Center, right here in this community. And that was not my plan. I tell you this not to impress you, but to free you, because I know that some of you have a very clear picture of where you're headed, and I know that some of you have no idea. And I want both groups to hear this. The path is allowed to change. Your first job is almost certainly not your last. The degree that you earn today is not the destination. It is a door. What you walk through next, and the next time, and the time after that, that's your life's work. What carried me through all those transitions, from the ambulance to the bedside, to the emergency department, to the executive office, were three things, three values, and I believe they can carry you too. The first value is curiosity. Every field you are entering is changing. Healthcare, technology, education, law, business. None of them look the same way they looked 10 years ago, and none of them will look the same 10 years from now. The person who keeps asking questions is the person who keeps up. The person who stops wondering is the one who falls behind. That itch, that need to understand why, not just what, is what pushed me from one chapter into the next. It's what makes a nurse notice the subtle change in a patient's breathing at 3 a.m. It's what makes an IT professional ask why the system keeps failing instead of just restarting it. It's what makes a teacher wonder why a student isn't connecting with the material instead of just moving on. The degree you earn today is a foundation, not a finish line. Seek mentors, read widely, ask the questions that might feel just a little bit too basic to ask. The most dangerous professional in any field is the one who stops wondering. The second value is compassion. And I want to be clear, compassion is not softness. It is not the easy part. It is, in my experience, one of the most disciplined and demanding things you will do in your professional life every day. What won that open heart patient over wasn't a clever answer or an overconfident performance. It was that I showed up fully, present, careful, genuinely invested in him as a person. He could feel the difference, and people always can. I remember a clinical rotation in a pediatric unit. A child, a cancer patient, was seizing. I was a nursing student and the first to recognize the seizure. Nothing in a textbook had fully prepared me for the weight of that moment. Not the pathophysiology, not the procedures. The weight was human. And I want you to carry a version of that memory with you, whatever field you're entering, because it will protect you from a drift, a slow drift that happens when the pace gets too fast and the caseloads pile up, and it becomes easier to see a patient, a client, a student, a defendant as a number instead of a person. Don't let that happen to you. The joy in this work, the real sustaining joy, lives in the small moments. A fear named out loud, a problem finally solved for someone who had previously given up, a student who suddenly understands, a hand held in a hard moment. Those moments are not the footnotes to your career, they are the whole point of it, so protect them. The third value is courage. Courage in your work means speaking up when something isn't right, even when it's uncomfortable. It means advocating for the person in front of you, even when the system makes that hard. It means making the call, sending the message, raising your hand in the room when everyone else has gone quiet. Courage in your growth means taking your own development seriously. Emotional intelligence, active listening, clear communication under pressure. These are not soft skills. They are the skills that separate a good professional from a great one, and a great one from someone who changes the culture of an entire organization. Practice them with the same rigor and perseverance you brought to your coursework. You do not need a title to lead. You lead the moment you walk through the door on your first day. You lead when you support a colleague who is struggling. You lead when you name a problem clearly instead of working around it. Leadership is not a promotion, it's a practice, and it starts now. And courage also means this: knowing when to ask for help, admitting when you don't know, calling for backup. That is not weakness, that is wisdom. And it is one of the bravest things any professional can do. I want to come back to my patient with the sock comment. What he needed that night wasn't the most experienced person in the building. He needed someone curious enough to be prepared, compassionate enough to show up fully, and courageous enough to stay present even when being tested. That's all. And that is exactly what you have spent years building. I want to leave you with something that I mean very literally. I live in Geauga County. I work here, and my family is here. We drive the same roads, shop at the same places, and when something goes wrong, when someone I love needs a nurse, a counselor, a teacher, or just someone who knows what they're doing, there is a real chance it will be one of you. I'm not saying this to put pressure on you. I'm saying it because it's true and because I want you to know that the work you are about to do is not abstract. It is here, it is real. And the people in the community, my community, your community, are counting on you in ways that are quiet and unglamorous and absolutely essential. I had no idea at 22 where my path would lead. You may not either, and that's okay. Take your curiosity with you, hold on to your compassion, and when the moment calls for it, be courageous. Go do good work. You are more ready than you know.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Miano. When your program is called, will the candidates for that degree please stand and remain standing? Candidate for the Associate of Arts. Candidates for the Associate of Applied Business. Candidates for the Associate of Applied Science and Nursing. Candidates for the Associate of Science. Candidate for the Bachelor of Arts in Communication Studies. Candidates for the Bachelor of Business Administration and Business Management. Candidate for the Bachelor of Science in Professional Studies and Certificate in Essentials of Business Decision Making. Candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Education. Candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Candidates for the Bachelor of Technical and Applied Studies. Candidates for the Certificate in Medical Assisting. Dean Spalsbury, on behalf of the faculty of the Geauga campus and the Twinsburg Academic Center, I am pleased to certify the candidates for the associate and bachelor's degrees and the certificates in their respective programs. These candidates have satisfied all requirements for the listed degrees as determined by their academic departments.
Under the laws of the state of Ohio and by designation from the Kent State University Board of Trustees, I confer upon you the degree for which you have been certified, admitting you to all the rights and privileges which throughout the world pertain to those degrees. As your name is called by Academic Vice Dean Tiffany Kiphart, please come forward to receive your diploma.
The following student has earned an Associate of Arts: Olivia Sablar. The following students have earned an Associate of Applied Business: Ashley Aponte. Taylor Mills. Program Director Amy Lepard, please join Dean Spalsbury for the presentation of degrees. The following students have earned an Associate of Applied Science in Nursing: Corey Adelman. Anastasia Basuk. Cannon Borelli. Emily Boston. Nicole Boyd. Katrina Brooks. Robert Cade, Jr. Jen Conway. Jane Doe. Elizabeth Dubrava. Allie Drake. Hillary Duchnowski. Maggie France. Lauren Golubski. Jordan Harcola. Desra Hills. Take your time. Haley Jenkins. Kai Johnson. Madison Marshall. Courtney McCauley. Marissa McCrimmon. Kelly Miller. Jacob Mills. Stefan Milner. Alexa Moore. Rachel Murphy. Heather Nash. Brianna Neiswanger. Andrea Nurse. Cassidy Park. Brittany Parker. Elmy Jane Phillips. Jonathan Plazak. Ariana Pomerliano. Sabrina Price. Claire Pritz. Antoinese Raglan. Kiara Rogers. Alexis Rowe. Sahib Sandua. Taylor Schutte. Rebecca Speck. Kelsey Stawarski. Gina Suba. Connor Vickery. Selena White. Shania Woodruff. Shakia Young. The following students have earned an Associate of Science. Kyle Carroll. Kamari Sanders. Amaya Sales. The following student has earned a Bachelor of Arts in Communication Studies. Abigail Clark. The following students have earned a Bachelor of Business Administration. Nathan Arnold. Samantha Williams. The following student has earned a Bachelor of Science in Professional Studies and a Certificate in Essentials of Business Decision Making. Renee Bosman. The following students have earned a Bachelor of Science in Education. Morgan Brook. Parker Zabo. Parker is also earning an Associate of Science. Senior Lecturer Carrie Myers, please join Dean Spalsbury for the presentation of degrees. The following students have earned a Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Riley Farabee. Victoria Holt. Victoria is also earning an Associate of Science. Riley Hornack. Ava Hutchinson. Ava is also earning an Associate of Science. Madeline McCrone. Christine Masinik. Allison Parks. Maria Picconi. Megan Vieser. Abby Wickert. Riley Zugan. The following student has earned a Bachelor of Technical and Applied Studies. Isabella DeMuth. Program Coordinator Katie Sanguadolci. Please join Dean Spalsbury for the presentation of certificates. The following students have earned a Certificate in Medical Assisting. Delana Kellogg. Tori Wells.
Thank you, Vice Dean Kiphart. Graduates, please stand. My sincere congratulations to all of you. Now the moment you've been waiting for. You may now move your tassels from the right side to the left side of your mortarboards. As we conclude today's ceremony, I want to congratulate each of you once again on reaching this incredible milestone. Your hard work and determination have brought you to this moment, and you should be tremendously proud of all you have accomplished. I know I can speak on behalf of our entire faculty and staff when I say that it has been both an honor and a privilege to support you throughout your educational journey. Watching you grow as students, professionals, leaders, and individuals has been truly inspiring. As you begin this next chapter, we wish you continued success, good health, and of course, much happiness. May you carry forward the knowledge and sense of purpose you have developed here, and may you continue making a positive impact in your communities and professions. Congratulations once again. We're so proud of you, and we can't wait to see what you accomplish in the future. You guys can sit. Please once again welcome Vice Dean Tiffany Kiphart as she leads us in the alma mater. And you're welcome to join us in singing.
From the beauty land, Ohio, comes a universal praise. 'Tis the song of alma mater that her sons and daughters raise. 'Tis a hail to Kent forever on the Cuyahoga shore. Now we join the loving thousands as they sing it o'er and o'er. Hail to thee, our alma mater. Oh, how beautiful thou art, high enthroned upon the hilltop, reigning over every heart.
So students, please remain in your row until it is released. Everyone else, please remain seated until all the graduates have left the auditorium. Again, congratulations.